My price target for this in the short term is dollars. All right, welcome to Talking Investing. I am Tom. This is not financial advice. We're here to talk about all things investing, and today I want to talk to you about Cleanspark, stock ticker CLSK. I want to talk about what's going on with Cleanspark, but in order to do that, I think we first need to look at Bitcoin really quickly. So it's been a very big up day for all the Bitcoin miners, almost all the Bitcoin miners. And it's been a very big update for Bitcoin. Bitcoin crossed $50,000. It's been fluctuating between about 50,500 and 51,000 for the last little bit here. So it really kind of stuck to the chart and did what we thought it was going to do. So I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know what it's going to do next, but I just want to run through what we had talked about to where we are right now today. So we did a video 2 days ago at where I've put that green circle right there, and that was when Bitcoin was at around $47,000. So it had been trading down in this descending channel. This is just a 4-day trading window. So I talked about the fact that this was super short-term picture of what's happening with Bitcoin, but I felt like it was at an inflection point and it was about to take a big move. So I wanted to get a video out. So it was right here. And what we had hoped was going to happen is it was going to cross this resistance at 48,000 and then run up to, I have a line at 51,415. The previous weekend had gotten up to this blue line right here of 50,569. So we had yet to get back up to 2 weekends ago. So that is a line that I put on there. So we did most of that. We've accomplished that. We crossed 48,000. We went right through it. We actually came back down, almost retested it. And then overnight and this morning, we came up and crossed the blue line at 50,569. And you'll see right now as we're speaking, it's almost sitting right on that line. So it's been struggling to stay above that line. If it can stay above that line, I'm looking for Bitcoin to get to 51,000. And then we're going to have to look and see what happens next. I will tell you, if it can hold above 51,000, there's not a lot of these lines of resistance like there was between 40,000 and 50,000. So I don't even want to get into that unless we see a confirmation of it crossing the 51,000 and staying above that. But that's still my short-term target for the last 3 weeks on Bitcoin has been 51,000. So we are almost basically there right now. That's what's happening with Bitcoin. Let's run through the Bitcoin miners price action today because it's going to help put today's conversation in perspective as to what's going on with Cleanspark. So at the moment, you will see that Bitcoin is up 2.6% on the day, trading at around $50,500. Bitfarms is up 7.58%. Hut 8 is up 13%. Marathon's up approximately 5%. Riot's up approximately 2%. Bit Digital's up approximately 8%. Cleanspark is up 0.0% at this moment on the day. Hive is up 9%. Argo Blockchain's up 3.6%. DigiHost is up 6.6%. And DMG Blockchain is up 2.5%. Those last three are traded over the counter in the United States, but they're stocks that I follow and sometimes invest in. So once again, you will see that one of these things is not like the other. Cleanspark is up 0% today. In fact, it spent most of the morning red. So on an ultra green day here, Hut is up another 13%. So congratulations to everybody who's holding Hut and basically everybody who's holding any Bitcoin miner or Bitcoin itself other than Cleanspark. So it's been a very nice run. Having said that, let's talk about Cleanspark. This is a press release that Cleanspark put out on August 3rd, just 1 month ago today. So Cleanspark provides updates on Bitcoin mining and energy operations. I am going to focus on Bitcoin. I know there are a lot of people out there who know this business and they know that there's another side of the business and there's value in that other side of the business. There's actually seems to be a struggle between the people who like that side of the business and think Bitcoin's a waste of time and the people who like the Bitcoin side of the business. I will tell you, in my opinion, these two businesses have a lot of synergy. They work well together. I think they're going to be able to take their energy products and actually sell them to all their Bitcoin mining competitors in addition to everything else that they're doing with them. But for now, I just want to stay focused on Bitcoin because the reality is 95% of Cleanspark's revenue for the next few years is coming from Bitcoin. Mining hash rate capacity now exceeds 740 petahash per second. Daily Bitcoin production tops 6 Bitcoin per day. So that's the first thing I wanted to talk about. So this was at the beginning of August, they were generating about 6 Bitcoin per day. So they go on to say another 1,670 units capable of producing approximately 148 petahash per second, or approximately 1.4 Bitcoin per day, have just been received and are expected to be installed this month. Additional units are scheduled for delivery in late August. Upon deployment of these units, the company expects to exceed a hash rate capacity of 1 exahash per second, which would produce approximately 9.3 Bitcoin per day, assuming the current difficulty rate. So they then go on to say that assuming Bitcoin at a price of $40,000, which is what it was a month ago, it's now today over $50,000. Then if they just stayed exactly where they were at the end of August, that would be a revenue run rate of $136 million over the next 12 months. But they're not going to stay where they are. They've already purchased a massive amount of machines in addition to the machines that they already have, which will be arriving the rest of this year and through September of next year on a monthly basis evenly, over the next 12 to 14 months. This will lead them to a hash rate they expect of 2.0 exahash by the end of 2021, and when they're done installing all the machines they've bought, they will be at a 3.2 exahash sometime mid to late 2022. They're ramping up their Bitcoin mining operation, and their revenue is very explosive. Stockholders did not like the Q2 earnings release. There were a few issues in there, one of which was some bonuses to management. Suffice it to say, when you're looking at a company that's maybe going to have $100 or $200 or $300 million of revenue over the next 1 or 2 years, I was not upset about the bonuses. The other issue that people are having with this company is they are going to continue to issue stock in order to buy the rest of these machines. I would just want to put that in perspective. If they had to issue all of their stock right now in order to buy all of these machines, so that would double the amount of shares, and that would cut the value of your share in half. Now I'd like to show you a chart that I made to put that in perspective. This chart shows the last few years' revenue, and then I did a quick calculation of what would be the very extreme low end of their revenue over the next 1 to 2 years. In 2019, their year end is $4.5 million in revenue. For the year ended September 30th, 2020, they had about $10 million in revenue. If we just use their 6 Bitcoin a day that they were producing at the beginning of August, now we already know that they got that up to 9 by the end of August, and they're going to more than triple their hash rate over the course of the next year. So this number is ridiculously low. But even if we use this number, you will see right here, I've highlighted it in yellow, that is a 1,000% increase in revenue over their 2020 revenue. So it is more likely to be 2,000 or 3,000% increase. So even if they had to dilute the stock 50% in order to increase their revenue somewhere between 1,000% and 3,000%, I think everybody can do the math here. That is not a problem, in my opinion, at all. I would take that deal every day of the week. Those are the two things that are holding this company back. I think that this is a temporary situation. I believe this stock is being held down. If you remember, not too long ago, Bit Digital, stock ticker BTBT, was trading at around $4 and change. In a course of a couple of weeks, that ran up to $20 because it was just artificially low. And I had done a video the week before that to talk about that one because that price was ridiculous. So the dilution that's going to happen on this company is nothing compared to the growth that this company is experiencing. Now, I just want to look at two charts really quickly. This chart is a Bitcoin chart in compared to what I consider the 4 large Bitcoin miners and Cleanspark. So you will see that this is the last 3 months. As of right now today, Bitcoin is up about 31.5%. So the lowest performing stock on this list would be Riot, which is up about 29.5%, so almost the same as Bitcoin. And that's the lowest one. If you look at Bitfarms is up 46% over the last 3 months. Marathon is up 71% over the last 3 months. If you're holding Hut 8, congratulations, it's up 114% over the last 3 months. Those companies are all over 1 exahash. So these are the 4 most direct competition that I could find to compare to. So the lowest performing one of these is up about 24%. If you look at Cleanspark, there's an orange line at the bottom of your screen. That is Cleanspark. So in the time that all of these Bitcoin mining stocks and Bitcoin have basically been on a tear, Cleanspark is down 15%. There's been a massive divergence. I can't find, in my opinion, a legitimate reason for why this would be lagging behind the other Bitcoin mining stocks. For instance, Bitfarm is up 46%, and they are doing a $500 million at the market offering. They're doing the exact same thing as Cleanspark. They're up 46%, and Cleanspark is just being held down. As we sit right now, it's the only red Bitcoin mining stock in a sea of green. So let's take a quick look at the Cleanspark chart, and then we'll wrap this up. Okay, so at the moment, it's about 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and it looks like Cleanspark is down 0.1%. So it is in the red by just a little. It has been bouncing back and forth. It spent most of the morning in the red. I have a feeling it's going to end up the day in the green, but we'll see. If you look at this chart, I have a green line at $15.68. That is a very recent line. That was August 10th. It's right now at $14.38. If you go back to June 14th, you'll see that this stock was trading over $20. So that was just a few months ago. This was a $20 stock. And if you go back a few months before that, in March, this was a $25 stock. And if you go back 1 month from there, in February, this was a $42 stock. They really weren't even mining Bitcoin in February. So I'm going to tell you what I have done with this. I have bought every dip on this, and I will be buying some again today. I can't make any sense of how this is a $14 stock. My price target for this in the short term is $20, and I think it could see $30 by the end of the year. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know how long they're going to suppress this stock, but in my opinion, it is being suppressed, and at some point, it's going to have to go back to a more natural place of trading. So for me, this is a buy and hold. So thanks for watching. Best of luck trading, and we will see you in the next video.